Hello and welcome. My name is Luke Footer. I'm working as a sports media specialist media consultant, and this presentation is a review of Roger Federer's current media strategies. So for this 3137 project, we will review Federer's current media outputs, providing analysis and highlighting the strengths and weaknesses over various forms of social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We will also include how he can boost the presence of his social media with Snapchat and TikTok. Before we discuss the media strategy, I'd like to start to set the scene and give a brief history about one of the greatest tennis players ever. He is now seen as one of the most decorated athletes, winning 20 titles, including 8 at Wimbledon, and completing the Grand Slam achievement. Off the court, Federer also has multiple accolades spanning over 15 years, from Swiss Athlete of the Year 7 times to the most stylish man in 2016. More notably, he also speaks 4 different languages and was awarded the most marketable sports star by the London School of Economics, overall making him one of the most humble, driven, successful role models in sports. Important to note that Roger Federer has also publicly stated his thoughts on social media, explaining he enjoys to interact with fans, but he will not use social media too frequently, and most certainly not for money. We need to bear this in mind for later. I just want to quickly talk about his other online platforms and media involving Federer. These include his website, his official one and his official brand, and how the public perceive him as well as the media. As you can see from some of these screenshots, Roger Federer has a lot of fan pages and he gets quite a lot of journalism that represents his personality well. This works as a good form of free publicity and also boosts Roger Federer's brand and thus his attractiveness to sponsors. As far as his social media statistics go, Roger Federer is vastly followed over Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. In comparison to what you can probably be regarded as the other big 3 current tennis stars, he trumps all 3 on the followers he has. If you also include some other sports stars too, he has more followers than Tyson Fury, Hamilton and Federer. However, in terms of the biggest stars, he has less than Lionel Messi and he has a lot less than Ronaldo, who has 205 million on Instagram, and LeBron James, who has 60 million. So if we start with his Facebook account, here are several examples of recently published posts. The general consensus of these is just checking at various places, showing the fans where he is with the inclusion of some highlight reels of his week in the tennis world. There are also some examples on Facebook of paid partnerships, and understandably these receive less interactions and engagements from the fans. The posts with the most interactions, the ones we want to focus on, tend to be the most personal ones, whether this be a video or a written post or a photo of himself. In particular, the post that received the most shares was his first ever game, which was captioned #hometown support. This is an example of how you can play on the emotions of fans by resharing the seminal moment of his first ever game, which strengthens the bond between Roger and the consumers. Facebook's one of the biggest social media platforms and currently has the most active users, more so than Instagram. So as an athlete or an organisation, it's important about getting the traffic on your page and being able to interact. A study by Dave Shafi shows the engagement rate based on the types of posts, highlighting that visually stimulating posts, and in particular videos, create higher engagement, likes and comments, than sharing links or written posts. Roger's Facebook posts are typically photos or videos, and in fact these are the most liked and commented ones. This works particularly well with Suet Al, who states having posts which are rich in comments and likes is a good indication of showing the strength and relationship of bond between an athlete and their fans. She also states that in order to entice the consumer to share posts, they should reflect positivity, emotion, and mainly aspects of fun that create emotion with fans. Roger's second media account is Twitter. I say it's an active account, but I say it's quite loosely as it's his least used platform. If you compare this to Tyson Fury, who's tweeted 19,000 times, Federer's only tweeted 1,932. When he does use it, it's often less personal, often interacting with charities, brands who he's partnered with, and his own foundation. Another important aspect of Twitter is liking and commenting, something Roger has not participated in often. The screenshot from Teresa, you can see down the bottom left-hand corner, was in fact from 2018 and one of his most recent interactions on Twitter. As you can see from Federer liking it, the tweet, it created a special relationship and a strong sense of fan engagement with her. Pagora and Ginia highlight the importance of using Twitter in this way, stating that mainstream media no longer acts as an intermediary. Fans are able to create illusions of relationship with their favourite sports stars and celebrities, and that Twitter is the most effective at creating fan-sport relationships because of its immediacy, interactivity, and intimacy. This can be furthered by Andrew and Ritz's study, who state that allowing fans to feel a part of the action by retweeting, reading out their comments, or interacting engenders deeper loyalty to the sports/brand. So if Roger does this more frequently, it can prove more beneficial in order to increase and maintain fan loyalty as he approaches the end of his career. Instagram is Federer's most active social media platform, and he uses it to post lots of different content. These include achievements, videos, pictures, checking in and updates on performance. His likes and comments tend to increase when he's in a tournament, including comments from other sports stars such as Mbappe and Coco Gauff. Nevertheless, he is still very far off being considered one of the biggest sports stars on Instagram. I spoke earlier about his following statistics. But this could be down to the fact that he's only posted 320 times on Instagram, comparing that to Ronaldo, who's posted 2,773 times, and LeBron James 1,791 times. As mentioned before, Roger Federer's Instagram usage becomes busier when he is competing in major tournaments such as Wimbledon and the French Open. This also results in a higher amount of likes and comments, as this is the competitive content most sports fans like to see. This conforms to research completed by Kim and Holes, as they studied the Major League Baseball and how they use Instagram. The findings show that the posts about sporting fixtures were the most liked and effective. We see this used mostly in boxing leading up to the event, with frequent posts adding to the hype and creating controversy that engages the followers to share and discuss it. Other research shows the importance of using Instagram as an advertising tool, similar to what he's done on Facebook. O'Malley highlights that brands, and in this case Roger Federer's one, RF, who advertise on Instagram, are able to achieve recall rates of 2.8 times higher than any other online advertising. However, Federer doesn't use his Instagram like this, or at all for advertising, and simply uses it to share his own experience in the tennis world. His most liked posts are achievements, and some videos with over 1 million views, resulting in an engagement rate of roughly 13.5% of his 7.1 million followers. Therefore, if he was to implement an advertising strategy, the monetary benefits would be significant due to his loyal and engaging followers. A study by Anastopoulos also highlights the benefits of creating and sustaining a strong sense of fan engagement through posting particular images and videos. Although this study is mainly relevant for sports teams, as it highlights posting about star players and managers, it does reflect that followers appreciate posts most relevant to that page, and in this circumstance, posts about Roger playing tennis. So moving on to Snapchat, this is the first social media platform I want to talk about which Roger Federer does not currently have an account for. Spindler and Puckett provide the reasoning behind why people use Snapchat, as it provides a different insight in comparison to other platforms. They state that it creates a vicarious experience that provides the reviewer with a unique POV, including videos and clips of behind-the-scenes footage to create a more personal link with your fans. Billings et al. Provides further research to support this, as his study shows Snapchat has a higher viewership than Facebook and Twitter and creates more personal engagement, enabling them to socialise with the athlete. An example of how this has been done successfully is from Cristiano Ronaldo, who created his own Snapchat filter to coincide with his last advert, allowing you to put a Snapchat filter face of Ronaldo onto your own face and send it to friends. This also coincides with the ephemeral nature of sport, with the ease of access and uploading onto the Snapchat application, which will only last a matter of a day. Finally, I want to discuss about the new and emerging social media platform that is TikTok. For those who are not aware, it is a platform where you can provide short clips, typically to the backdrop of some music, similar to that of what was Vine. So far, we have seen the national leagues, such as the NBA and the sports teams from all around the world, posting clips from training, matches, and other stuff that has been most well received. Palucci speaks about the success the NBA has had so far by dropping in highlights and setting them to music. As for Federer, he does not currently have an account, but I think this would be a useful addition, attracting a new, younger audience, as over 40% of TikTok users are under 20. With his career coming to an end, this could be a new way to approach new audiences and stay relevant. As you can see with these two screenshots, people are already posting clips of Roger Federer and some of his best shots, which received over 30,000 likes, so I definitely think this would be a useful addition and something that would provide access to a different clientele. So as well as adding Snapchat and TikTok to his official social media accounts, the analysis of Facebook, Instagram and Twitter also shows there are further improvements and alterations. For Facebook, posting more frequently would be beneficial, especially once he's retired, so people know what Roger is doing after sport and maintaining a good relationship with his established fans, with what is the oldest demographic of the social media accounts. As for Twitter, introducing the use of live tweets during matches could be seen as a very effective method of boosting following. Twitter is built for quick, current tweets, and many sport teams do this at the moment. With the constant refreshing by users, retweets and likes appearing on timelines of not only followers but followers, it is an easy way to boost the following and recognition. Anderson did a study on current teams using live tweeting as a method of providing fans with live updates in the game. He suggests that it is beneficial as it creates a more active account whereby they can use it to interact with the fans. As for Instagram, many athletes use Q&As and live videos to interact with their fans, something Federer has never done on his account, but others have been able to create interactions and boost fan engagement through doing so. More so, introducing some adverts on Instagram could be beneficial as well, as Federer moves towards retirement, and this may be necessary for an extra source of income. My final recommendation is for Federer to reconsider his media strategy and strengthen his social media presence and portray even more. Research provided from Burton and Chadwick in this screenshot provides 7 different characteristics to create what's known as a top star, similar to that of what David Beckham did, creating a top profile from many different aspects such as lifestyle, fashion, personality, business ventures, etc. Meaning, as his career comes to an end, he starts and builds new different platforms to strengthen not only his legendary status on the court, but also something off it, which in turn will boost his following and fans on all different platforms. And that concludes my presentation and analysis of Roger Federer's media outputs. Thank you very much for listening, and any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me.